Welcome to the Ben Daniel Podcast, where we're calling a spade. Napheesa Collier and the Minnesota Lynx pull it off, come back from down 15 in the fourth quarter to not only take the lead with the final seconds remaining in the fourth, but to overcome garbage refereeing, garbage officiating, giving the New York Liberty a last-second chance at the foul line to win the game. And of course, Breanna Stewart bricks her second free throw attempt, sending the game into overtime, where the trio of Kayla McBride, Napheesa Collier, and Courtney Williams finished the job, putting their foot on the Liberty's throat, ending the game, and still, the New York Liberty have one chance left. Overtime, 2.6 seconds left. The New York Liberty run a motion play to get Breanna Stewart the ball on the top of the key. She gets the ball. She takes it in. Layup wasn't the widest of open layups, but it was a layup that a professional should make. And you guys guessed it, Breanna Stewart chokes yet again as the Minnesota Lynx walk into New York with a victory. Folks, I wasn't initially going to cover this game as my Yankees were playing last night, and we closed the job. We finished the job off. To the ALCS we go. If Aaron Judge, dude, if you don't perform, I might have to come back here and flame your bum ass. I don't care how well you perform in the regular season. This is the Yankees, the Pinstripes. It's all about how you perform in the postseason, and that leads us to Stewart and Sabrina Ionescu, the two biggest chokers walking the city of New York this morning. This whole entire day, Friday and Saturday, these two women on your screen will have to live with themselves knowing that they choked epically in this game against the Minnesota Lynx. The fourth quarter, Sabrina had a chance. Brick, brick, brick. Stewart had a chance. Brick, brick, brick. Sabrina had a chance. Brick, brick, brick. Stewart had a chance. Brick, brick, brick. You thought this game was going to be over halfway through the fourth quarter when it was 81-66 with 5 minutes left to go. New York Liberty have a 15-point lead. But leave it up to the professionals to choke that lead away. Let's start from the top, folks. First quarter, New York comes out hot, comes out firing, build up a big lead, and guess what Cheryl Reeve does once it gets to 14-5? I know for Indiana Fever fans, we might not be aware of what Cheryl Reeve did, but she called a timeout. She called a timeout, something Chrissy Sides doesn't do. Reason number one why Chrissy Sides needs to get fired. Minnesota, not like they were playing bad, they simply could not hit their shots. They couldn't hit their shots, and New York made their shots. That's by and large what the whole first quarter was. New York made their shots, Minnesota couldn't make their shots. Should I even address the awful refereeing that we saw from last night? Should we even address Eric Bruton, Isaac Barnett, Fatu Sissoko Stevens, Jenna Renaud? Should we even address the terrible officiating that we saw last night, especially in the first quarter? 2 quick fouls on Courtney Williams. What? 2 quick fouls on Breanna Stewart. What? Touch fouls, ticky-tacky fouls. I would say the referees played a large part in why the New York Liberty had such a big lead in the first quarter of this game. Jonquel Jones goes up for a bucket, ticky-tack foul on Courtney Williams. Jonquel Jones does a turnaround. The foul was such a bad call. You have Rebecca Lobo and Ryan Ruocco saying, that's definitely not a foul. That's a terrible call. I can't believe they called that. But you know that they're lying, because if you've watched any of the WNBA games this year, there's no surprise about the poor officiating that we saw in last night's game. Folks, I woke up at 6:30 to watch this game. I woke up at 6:30 a.m. to watch this game on demand to see how it actually ended up playing out. Few people reached out to me. One person in particular said, hey, I really hope Ben Daniel Pod will do a video on these finals. These are the teams CC actually like. CC fans actually like. Would be cool to hear someone call a spade and not have to rely on bum-ass ESPN for a post-game coverage. You weren't the only one, Bobby Fish. Salute to you. So I took you up on your offer. I watched from start to finish. I watched overtime as well. Folks, in the first quarter, my first impressions were we're watching the more talented team in New York go up against the more athletic team in Minnesota. Nobody on New York is as athletic as Courtney Williams. Facts. Right? We're talking about the Liberty. Facts, B, facts. Nobody on New York is more athletic than Heidemann. Facts. Nobody on New York is more athletic than Napheesa Collier. There's a difference between tall and skilled, Brianna Stewart, and then tall, skilled, and a natural athlete, Napheesa Collier. Complete difference between the two. And when you look at the bigger women on each team, I'm not saying bigger as this, I'm saying bigger as in tall, just all around bigger. Jonquel Jones versus Tisha Hines-Allen, I believe her name is. Hines-Allen's got a fucking motor. That girl can move. Jonquel Jones moves at a good speed, but Hines-Allen, not only is she physically built and strong, she could get up and down the court pretty well. Alana Smith gets up and down that court fairly well. So it seems to me, based on the first quarter and how I ingested it, we got the talented team, Sabrina, Stewart, Phoebish, Jonquel Jones, Lainey Hamilton, going up against the more athletic team, Williams, McBride. McBride, folks, McBride has legit skill. Dare I say it? Dare I even come to say it? Caleb McBride's got game. Caleb McBride's got game. Napheesa Collier, she's got game. Folks, I left this game saying, Courtney Williams, holy shit, you are one bad mother... You know what? What Courtney Williams did in that fourth quarter, you are one bad you know what. Holy smokes. But we're going to get into that momentarily. Second quarter rolls around, and it seems like it was role reversal. Minnesota comes out. Defense clamps down a little bit. And they start clawing their way back into the game. One team making shots, one team not making shots. It was 37-21. Guess what? Another timeout by Cheryl Reeve. It's insane how crazy that good coaches call timeouts. Christy Sides, you're a dumbass. That's all I have to say to you. We saw Sandy Bordello call a few timeouts early when the run happened. We saw Cheryl Reeve call numerous timeouts when the other team went on a run. That's how you slow momentum. That's how you steady the waters. That's how you regroup, recover, reassess, and put in an action plan. I'm not sure if you know what that is, Christy. I'm not sure you know what that is. Second quarter, similar to the first quarter, like I said. One team making the shots, the other team not making the shots. Minnesota Lynx did seem to up their defensive prowess, get quicker on the rotations, put in a little bit more effort, what it seemed like. Courtney Williams continued to keep it going. Courtney Williams, she absolutely impressed me this game. I must be honest. Courtney Williams, you absolutely impressed me this game. There's really no other way I can put it. Courtney Williams had 23. Caleb McBride, 22. Napheesa Collier, 21. And the best part of it all, folks, none of them shot more than 20 times. Yeah, that's what impresses me, folks. When you put up more than 20 points and you don't need to shoot more than 20 times. Napheesa Collier, 21, 8, 6 blocks. She only shot 16 times. Caleb McBride, 22 points. She only shot 11 times. Courtney Williams, 23 points. She only shot 18 times. That's the difference between these players and players like Asia Wilson, who needs to shoot 25 times, 28 times. That's the difference between these players and Breanna Stewart, who needs to shoot 21 times, 6 for 21. That's abysmal, folks. That's trash, folks. That's not very good, folks. Sabrina Ionescu, 8 for 26, 19 points. Both of these players shot more than 20 times, and neither of them got over 20 points. That's not good, folks. As much as, right, you want me to, because ESPN will grade them on that weird WNBA curve that they use. I'll call a spade a spade. That's not good. Complete choke job by those two women, by the way. Complete choke job by Sabrina and a complete choke job by Breanna. Let's get into the second half because this is where things really start picking up. It was 46-38 coming out in to the second half, coming out in the third quarter. Minnesota goes on a 6-0 run to get it started. And guess what Sandy Bordello does? You guessed it, folks. She called a timeout again. Chrissy Sides, you are an idiot. You are inept. You are incapable. You don't know that you can call timeouts when the other team goes on runs. You don't know that you can call timeouts when the other team has momentum on their side. That's what good coaches do, folks. I hate to break it to you. Good coaches call timeouts. One thing I could say, these were two pretty well-coached teams. Between Cheryl Reeve, between Sandy Bordello, pretty well-coached teams between the two. Minnesota opens out on a 6-0 run. Timeout for the New York Liberty. They keep it at around a 9-point game. 11-point game. Start building up their lead until eventually we get to the fourth quarter. 81-66. Folks, you know what's in the morning? I got coffee in my cup. I told you, I got up at 6:30 to catch this game. People ask me to talk about it. I got y'all. Please like and subscribe to the video. I would greatly appreciate that. 81-66, 5 minutes left. This is where the epic choke job of epic proportions comes in. And you know it was epic because I got notes on it, folks. And you know when I'm taking these notes, something's about to go down. 81-66, 5 minutes left. Kayla McBride comes out of a timeout Cheryl Reeve called. By the way, another timeout. This is getting out of hand. Timeout, guys. What are we doing here? Do we want to let this game slip away, or do we want to come back and maybe win this game? You guys let me know. Again, Cheryl Reeve holds her players accountable. While Chrissy Side says, together. Cheryl Reeve says, what the hell are you guys doing out there? You know this isn't Minnesota Lynx basketball. 81-66, Kayla McBride comes out of timeout with a three. 81-69, Liberty are ahead. Minnesota gets a steal, but they brick on the other end. New York Liberty now has the ball, but guess what? Travel by Courtney Vandersloot. New York Liberty turnover, which turns into a Natasha Heidemann 3-ball. 81-72, 3:39 to go. Timeout Liberty. Again, Christy Sides, you are an idiot. When the other team seems to come back, you call a timeout. When the other team seems to get momentum back on their side, you call a timeout. I would hate for you to be the coach of the Indiana Fever next year. Shout out to Mark Jackson. Boom, coming out the timeout, Jonquel Jones hits a three. Wow. I wonder if Sandy drew up a play to get Jonquel Jones a 3-ball. I bet she did, because she's not an idiot like Christy Sides. Sorry, Christy, but you are an idiot. Jonquel Jones scores out of a timeout, scores a 3 out of a timeout. Collier responds on the other end. 83-74, Liberty are up. It's a 9-point game. It was a 2 by Jonquel Jones. Collier responds 83-74 Liberty. Again, Collier responds. Sabrina takes the ball down on the other end. Brick City from Sabrina Ionescu this whole entire fourth quarter. Break. Shout out to Rihanna. On the other end, Courtney Williams, mid-range, pull up. Bang! Courtney Williams again. Courtney Williams, you are a baller. What you did last night earned my respect. That was impressive. Good for you. I will say, Kayla McBride, I know I haven't spoken much about you, but you are a large part of why the team was sort of kind of in the game in the first place. Salute to you, Kayla McBride. I don't want to leave you hanging, but man, Courtney Williams, she really impressed me. Clutch buckets, folks. Clutch buckets. Not bricks like Sabrina and Breanna Stewart on the other end, but we'll get to that. New York Liberty come down, up 83-76. What happens? Shot clock violation. The choke job continues on. Napheesa Collier down on the other end, punkin' Breanna Stewart. Not punkin' like pumpkin picking, no, punking like you are a little son to me and let me punk you real quick. Yeah, you might be taller than me, but again, tall skill plus athlete. That's the difference here, folks. Tall plus skill plus athletic. Napheesa Collier. Stewart on the other end. After being up 83-78. Brick City from Breanna Stewart on the other end. Minnesota comes down. Misses a layup. Sabrina Ionescu comes back. Score is still 83-78. She goes up. Brick from Sabrina Ionescu. Brick City. The two players the New York Liberty need to perform in the fourth quarter to close out this game. Shout out to Reggie Miller. An epic choke job. Welcome to the WNBA where the best play basketball. I don't even know about that anymore. I might need to start reevaluating Breanna Stewart and Sabrina Ionescu. Folks, don't you dare compare Sabrina Ionescu to Caitlin Clark ever the fuck again. Never again. Never again. I don't want to hear it. 8 for 26? Stop it. Stop it. Yeah, she was more consistent than Breanna Stewart the last series. But 8 for 26, you're going to come out and lay an egg? You're going to do all of this? All the showboating in the first quarter only to bleep the bed when it really matters? Get out of here with that nonsense. One of us shoots logo threes. One of us pushes logo threes. But I digress. Sabrina, brick on the other end. That turns into what? A Courtney Williams bucket. 83-80. Liberty are up. Folks, it was 81-66. The Minnesota Lynx go on a 14-2 run to bring it within 83-80. Bad news Bears. Bring it down to 18.5 seconds left. Minnesota Lynx have the ball on an inbound play. On an inbound play, 18 seconds left. What are they saying? Don't foul the three. Don't foul the three. Don't foul the three. Contest, but don't foul the three. Boom. Inbound to you. Inbound to you. Inbound, let's just say, inbound to Collier. Pass to Smith. Pass to Williams. Pass to Smith. Pass to Collier. Back to Williams. Courtney Williams hits a three in Sabrina Ionescu's face. Whistle by the referee. And mother lovin' one. 4-point play to put the Minnesota Lynx up 84-83 with 6 seconds left. New York Liberty still have a chance, down one. Come in on the other end. Inbounds to Breanna Stewart, off Napheesa Collier, or was it off Breanna Stewart? I still don't know till this day. Shout out to Deontay Wilder. Till this day, I still don't know who was out on. Why? Because we got brain dead idiots like these four goof troops that don't know how to review an out of bounds. Instead of actually reviewing it and saying this is who it was out on, what do you think these idiots do? They call a jump ball, folks. They call a jump ball. WNBA, your referees are atrocious. Let me sip my coffee on that note. Your referees are garbage, trash, abysmal, awful, don't deserve to be near a basketball court, a professional basketball court, a college basketball court, a high school basketball court, an intramural league basketball court. They don't deserve to be anywhere near middle school, recreation league, AAU, travel. Nowhere near do they deserve to be by a basketball court. These four idiots right here are garbage. Not very good. So instead of reviewing the call, it's a jump ball. Back to the Liberty the ball goes. Breanna Stewart gets the ball underneath the rim, goes up, misses, the game's over, but wait, it was a miss. Foul, 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 foul. They call a last second foul with 0.5 seconds left. Really nothing left on the clock, but they put some additional time on the clock after. And Breanna Stewart goes to the line to hit 2 free throws. Free throw number 1. Swish. Free throw number 2. Brick. She bricks it. Shout out to the people over there in England. Not Brexit. She bricks it, folks. She bricks it. She can't make 2 free throws to ice the game. Oh my God. But this is where the best play. You must be out your damn mind. You must be out of your mind. Garbage. Oh, I can't believe I missed it. I can believe it. I can believe it. I was surprised, but I can believe it. I mean, after all, it is the WNBA. I'm just saying. Was the pressure too big? Was the moment too grand? Folks, this is the difference between the Liberty and every other New York team. Breanna Stewart would be getting absolutely killed today if she played for the Knicks. She would be getting crushed by every news outlet you look and find. But again, it's the W. So we gotta grade it on a curve. Well, at least she tied the game. What? At least she tied the game. Stop it. We can't be coddling. Stop. Cut it out, folks. And it's 8:35 in the morning now. If this isn't front page, New York Post, New York Times, Breanna Stewart can't get it done in massive New York Liberty choke job, then that tells you all you need to know about the coddling of the W. But again, it was just sent to overtime. That's it. It was just sent to overtime. 84-84 in overtime. First New York Liberty possession. Turnover. 84-84. Minnesota come down the other end, miss a shot. Second New York Liberty possession. Breanna Stewart. Brick. Minnesota comes down, turns it over on the other end. Third New York Liberty possession. Sabrina Ionescu. Brick City. Minnesota on the other end. Napheesa Collier says, you know what? Let me just go ahead and score. Let me get a bucket. Napheesa Collier, again, shout out to you. Can you believe? This way, right? Can you believe that before the season started, they already crowned A'ja Wilson the MVP? A player that averaged nearly 27 a game, shooting nearly 20 times a game. Shout out to Cheryl Swoops. If you get it, you get it. Napheesa Collier doesn't need to shoot 20 times a game to make an impact, folks. 6 blocks. Showed up when it mattered the most, unlike her counterpart. Choker over there. Brick City over there. Next time the Liberty have the ball, turnover. Sabrina Ionescu, turnover. Alana Smith, run down the floor, past everybody. Here, Alana, bucket, 88-84. Minnesota Lynx are up. Come down on the other end. Jonquel Jones, brick. Minnesota Lynx gets the ball. McBride misses a tough three. Jonquel Jones hits a three on the other end after missing 2 point-blank layups. Let's call a spade here. After missing 2 point-blank layups, Jonquel Jones hits a three. 88-87. Courtney Williams responds with a three. Again, Courtney Williams, goddamn you. Responding with a massive three, putting it back to 93-89. New York Liberty have the ball on the other end. Brick City from, I believe, Sabrina Ionescu or Breanna Stewart. Phoebus comes in for a putback, point blank, putback, brick. But fortunately, Sabrina Ionescu was there. Got a steal, got a score. 93-91. Jonquel Jones on the other end, playing defense, gets a steal, marches down 93-93 with 15 seconds left. Tie game with 15 seconds left. Napheesa Collier gets the ball. Hits the nastiest turnaround fadeaway. Not the nastiest, but a nasty one. And I'm not using the WNBA grading curve. It was a nasty turnaround fadeaway. Come on, folks. Defense draped all over her. She said, give me that. Game over. 95-93. 8.4 seconds left. Liberty have one more chance. Inbounded to Breanna Stewart. Top of the key. Has a defended layup. But again, folks, it wasn't wide open, but a layup that a professional should make. Sorry. Brick City. Ah! Can't get it done. Takeaways from this game. Breanna Stewart, you're a choke artist. Takeaways from this game. Sabrina Ionescu, you're a choke artist. You guys have Sunday to right your wrongs. Sunday, where football is. I'll catch you the day after again. Or we'll see. Maybe I'll catch you that same night. Depending on who's playing Sunday night. I haven't even checked yet. The Minnesota Lynx win 95-93 on the back of Courtney Williams, Kayla McBride, and Napheesa Collier. Napheesa Collier only shot 16 times, 10 for 16. Kayla McBride only shot 11 times, 6 for 11. Courtney Williams only shot 18 times, 9 for 18. All of them shot above 50% or above. All of them scored more than 20 points. And then on the other end, you have choke job, 6 for 21. Choke job, 8 for 28. Breanna Stewart's been inefficient all playoffs long. Even the games where she's high scoring, she's like 5 for 15. 6 for 18. It's not impressive, folks. It really is not. It's like just the truth. It's the Ben Daniel Podcast. where we're calling a spade a spade. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Were you watching the game? Did you catch it on the playback? Do you want me to recap Sunday's game as well? Because I'll do it if you want me to. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I appreciate all of the support. As always, take it easy.